is being recorded.
Hello, WGD 201 students. I promised you a video on how to handle the second part of the Week 4 Skill Builder, and it involves some book work. And what you would do is you would go to Files, Lesson Files, and it's Chapter 5 or Lesson 5. You would first do the L5 practice, and then you will do the L5 start. The L5 practice is just practicing clicking on various points with the pen tool. We'll start with the L5 start. And I think I have it open already. Here we are. So I'm going to use the magnifying glass. I'm going to bring it over here, click, enlarge this. I can use the hand. I think there's a hand. Well, maybe there isn't with this one. Too big. I can do Control minus. And just looking to see if there was another one of those tools. If I look over here, there's a scroll bar. There we are. Now zoom a little bit more. That looks pretty good. Now, you're going to start with the pen tool. You're going to start with a black stroke. You notice the fill over here, the fill is always in the upper left, has a no fill line through it. We don't want the fill to be on until we've traced this whole thing and we've put it into maybe a raspberry color for raspberry ice cream. So let's double click on the stroke to get a black. You normally just come down here in the bottom left-hand corner, click OK. And now you have the black stroke. If your fill does not have the line in it, you simply click on it and then click on this and it will put the line into it. All right. Close this for now. Now I'm going to do this a little differently than the way it suggests. Just a fast way of doing it. You can do it the way the book says, or you can do it my way. It's up to you. But if I use the pen tool, in class, sometimes my pen tool looks like a pen and other times it looks like an X. Okay, I'm going to click and drag. You notice I have to drag a lot further than that red dot. Let go of the mouse. Okay. Then I come back and I get that little upside down V. That's a convert anchor tool. Click and drag. Now here's where it gets a little weird. We're going to be going to a convert anchor, not a smooth curve, but we're going to do like a corner curve. But sometimes all I ever do is come back, get that anchor, upside down V, click and drag. I don't worry about the gold dots. It will tell you in the book that what you would do is you would click and drag up to the red bar, hold down your hold down your Alt key, and then drag it down to the gold bar. But it's not always working, so I just kind of skip it. I just come back. We don't always have to, but it just helps unless you truly understand if you're doing a smooth or a corner anchor. All right, there's the upside down V, convert anchor tool. Click. I need to drag it, don't I? Okay. Upside down V. Click. Click and drag. Upside down V, come back, click, click and drag. You have to go further than what they say. I do in order to make the lines trace the way that they should. Now, the one thing that I'm noticing, it sure doesn't look like it's tracing really well, but I can tell a difference in the bottom half of this as opposed to the top. So it must be. All right. Click. So you've come back here, you get your upside down V, click, click and drag. Okay, let me come over here and pull this down a little. Okay, come back, get the upside down V, wherever it is. I'm just going to try a click there and see what happens. And click and drag. Nope. I'm going to do Control Z to back up. This time, I think when I see that plus sign, I'll click. No. Okay, let me back up one more. Control Z. Control Z. Okay. Upside down V, click, click and drag. And right here, I'm not running into my upside down V's where my problem is. So I'm going to come down on this traced line a little farther out of the box. When there's a plus sign, click it and see if it'll let me do the click and drag. Okay, I figured out what we can do. They've got some presets on these dots, and we're just going to go just outside of the box. So if I come back over here, there's my upside down V. Click. I'm going to come on the outside of that box and click and drag. Not very good, but I did it. Come back, get the upside down V. And of course, I lost it again. Control Z, Control Z. Let me do it directly outside of the box. Come back. There's the upside down V. You can't be in the box at all. Click. Come out to maybe the outside corner of the box. Click and drag. Not perfect because we're not quite in the box. Upside down V, click. Click and drag. Come back, upside down V, click. Don't go in the box. Click and drag. Upside down V, click. Now you bring this over here, and when you see, and I think this is really hard to see, a circle, you can click and drag. Let go and press escape. If you don't see the circle there, class, it won't keep a color inside of here at all. I'm going to press escape about 3 times. Now, I'm going to go through this one more time very quickly. And for those of you who got it, all you have to do is fast forward or drag your video bar to the right a little bit until we get past this. All right, one more time. We make sure this is black, double click. Down here in the very corner. We make sure this has a stroke through it. If it doesn't, click on it to bring it to the front and click no stroke or none. All right, here we go. We have our pen tool. It may show like a pen or it might show like an X. Click, click and drag. Come back, get the upside down V. Now you wouldn't always have to, but if you don't want to remember what are converting smooth points and corner points, just do this every time. Come back to the middle, click. I'm not going to touch the inside of the box because whenever there is a gold dot near it, it's got a preset in it. So I'm going to click just outside of it and drag. Come back, get the upside down V, click. This one I can go in the box because there's no gold dot and drag. Come back to the last one, upside down V, click and drag. Okay. Upside down V, click and drag. Upside down V, that's convert anchor tool. And drag. Now you'll notice up above near H, there's a gold dot. So I'm going to be sure to not click into the box. I'm going to click outside of it. Get the upside down V, click, drag, upside down V, Click. There's another gold dot, so don't click in the box. Drag. Close enough. Click. Upside down V once. There's another gold dot, so don't click in the box. Drag. Upside down V. Click. Another gold dot, so don't click in the box. Drag. Another upside down V. Click. Now when you drag over here, when you do a drag, you have to see a little zero. That means we're at the beginning point. And I just saw it. There it is. Click and drag. That means you're stopping at the beginning point, and the fill can put some color in there. Now, they're probably going to tell you that they want some of these moved in and out a little bit. So we can do that right now, and it's pretty easy to do. Let me get to that page in the book. A little too far. So all we have to do is, let's see, between E and F, okay, or no, C and D. They would like for this to be dragged down a little further, the drip coming down. If you use, I don't know if it's the selection tool or direct. So let's try the selection first. Nope. Let's try direct selection tool. Nope, it's moving the whole thing. Why isn't it allowing me to do this? Option. Oh, why isn't it doing it? You can position. No, that doesn't do a good job. Hmm. Ah, yeah. Okay, and now some final little touches you can make. And oops, I see I backed up too far. Let me see if I can finish this one. Oh dear. Oh dear, dear, dear. Hang on. Okay, now I think I have it. If we want to get this little lump of ice cream out further, we simply come in, we click once about in the middle of the curve. Hold the Alt key down, Move the mouse till you get a black arrow with a curved line. And then simply pull out a little bit more. And you can try this with any other part that you feel you might like to change. Maybe you want to bring this one in more. Click, hold the Alt key down, get the black arrow with the curved line. Whoops, undraw. Let's try it one more time. Alt. We'll see if it works. There we go. If you wanted to pull something in, you could. So you can play around with your pen tool. If you don't like what you've done already, it's okay. You can usually fix it. Okay, so now I'm going to do escape a couple times to get my pen tool turned off. I'm going to come down here and move this artboard over so we can see the dish. Take a quick look at the book, if I can find it. Not sure if it's hiding. Ah, they closed on me. All right. And then we have modules, lesson 5 out of the book, Adobe Illustrator. I know it's week 4, but this is lesson 5. And this is the part after the first pen tool practice. We just did the ice cream. So now we're going to do the dish with the curvature tool. All right, so we've already chosen the dish from the artboard navigation. Now it says you'll see a vertical red dotted line running through an eye. After you draw half of the ice cream dish, you'll copy and reflect it around the red dotted line and join the two halves together. So we're going to select the curvature tool. We'll click the blue square in point A, and the curvature has this line on it. All right. We'll press the Shift key and click on B, then we'll release the Shift key. Okay, curvature, click, Shift. Oops, it's still stuck to the other one. There we go. I pressed Escape a few more times. Click, make sure I'm still on it. Click, all right. Next, you'll press the Shift key and click on B, so we did, and we released the Shift key. So we move the pointer away from B, and we notice the preview of the curve before and after B. And actually, I don't see the curve there at all. Try it one more time. All right, curvature, click, press the Shift, click. Now, as I let up on everything and just move the mouse, you can see a preview of a curve there. So we're going to move the pointer away from B. We're going to press the Shift key and click point C. And we're going to release the Shift key after clicking. Try to leave my mouse there. Okay. We'll hover the pointer over B and the pointer will change to this symbol. We'll double click it to convert the smooth point to a corner point. And I can't remember, is that the symbol? Yep, it is. We'll hover the pointer over point D and we'll click to set the next point. When the pointer changes to this symbol, double click to convert that to a corner point. Hover the pointer over the path segment between the D and E. When a plus sign appears next to the pointer, click and drag to the left to create a point and curve the path. Drag to match the dotted line template. So, have we even clicked on E yet? Oh, Shift click point E to create a point. Shift click. And we've created a point, and it says to click and drag to match that. Interesting. It's trying to go ahead and do the rest of them on their own. Okay. One thing I would like to do is press escape a few times. Make sure that this stroke is black. Double click on it, bottom corner. Okay. And now, gosh, it looks like it's about finished. It just kind of did it on its own. Let's see what H and I say. Select the direct selection tool and click the last point. Well, we didn't create it, it went ahead and did it. At point D, or point I, shift click the first point you created in the ice cream dish at point A. Direct selection tool, that's this one. Click, shift click. Next, you're going to open the Reflect dialog box and select Vertical. Click Copy. The Reflect dialog box. Which one is that? Oh, it's not located there. We'll have to hold our mouse over these. Not under there. Not under there. Shape Builder. I'm having a little trouble finding it. Now that should have opened when we did this. Point between here and here. So we're going to look at that one more time. Direct Selection tool. Click here. Shift click the first point. And it should have opened our dialog box. Okay, now if you're having trouble with using the curvature tool, just go ahead and do your regular pen tool. Make sure this is on black. Okay. Click, click. Click. Uh, okay. If you have trouble using your curvature tool with the pen tool, just go ahead and do the regular pen tool. So what would you do? Regular pen, click, click. I'm not sure if it's taking it. Yeah, it is. Click, come back, get the upside down V. Click, come back, click, click, come back, upside down V, click, 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 and drag. All right. So now what we're going to use is something to get it set up and ready for flipping. So let me get to the right page here. Oops, we had an error up here. Let me press escape a few times and see if I can fix this. So, pen tool. I don't think I must have gotten the upside down V there. There we go. Click there. It's not going to let us move it this time. There it is. Oh dear. $56.20. Okay, so if you're having trouble using the curvature tool and following the directions in the book, just go ahead and use the regular pen tool again here. You'll click, click, get the upside down V, click, click, upside down V, click, click, upside down V, click, click, upside down V, click, click. Now these are so close together, I think you can just click without doing upside down V's. And then, well, I'm going to undo this last one. Upside down V, click, click, upside down V, click, click. That makes it a little smoother, I think. And click. All right. Now they're going to have us make the reflecting axis line. So they want us to use the direct selection tool, which is this one. Press escape a few times to get off the pen tool. Here it is. Click this point down here. And then click the point that you started with. Okay, now you may not see anything yet. All right. And then it says click the horizontal align center. And well, let's do this window and alignment. Here they are. It's vertical. Here it is. Okay, that should make them be horizontally in the same position. Select the selection tool. Select it. Click away. Select it again. They just want to make sure that you have just the part that you need. All right. Choose View Smart Guides. And then we're going to position the pointer over the rotate tool and click and hold down the mouse to see some more tools. And here we should see the reflect tool. Now, we'll take a look over at the layers panel. Let me close this color one. We should be on the template one. And it says, click the icon to the left of the layer template to hide it temporarily. And the problem is, if we aren't careful, they didn't have us make a new template layer for this, so we're going to have to turn it back on. Okay. Position the pointer over the last bottom anchor point eye. Okay. And when the word anchor appears, Alt-click right there. Okay. The reflect box comes up. Select vertical, click copy, choose the selection tool and select all on active artboard. Okay. So vertical, choose copy. And then select all on active artboard. Press Control J for Windows or Command J for the Mac. Now, if you do this, it may not look like not much has changed, when in fact both halves are combined into a single path. Well, let's see if they are. Vertical, horizontal align center. Nope, undo. And as this opened up, okay, come down here. We used the anchor and we alt-click Windows. We go up to the top. Mm-hmm. Where did the reflect tool go? Command or Control J.